your inner wellness. Hi, and welcome to my channel, Your Inner Wellness with Gigi. So I just wanted to pop on just because I've noticed some things about people are talking about evolvement process, their self-development journey, and what is it all about. And this is a video for beginners that are just starting their path, that have just come on their path and don't really know what it is, what it's all about. So basically, I'm just going to do it the most simple way that I can to explain it. So this hand right here is your soul. Hi, soul. This hand right here is your human being, your trauma, your negativity, and what we get into in our life. So when we're born, we come into alignment and we're this. We're our soul's purpose already. We're born. We don't get asked what it is, what we really want to go through with life. We know we're here for a purpose, but we don't really know what we're here for until later on. And then slowly comes down the line is our changes to our human body, to ourselves. And then all of a sudden, we're not connected anymore, and we're not with our own spirit, our own true self, our authentic self, our soul. So then this is our human being that becomes negative, overthinks, that's lost its compassion, that doesn't love themselves, that has a negative energy over them, that is being their true self in the moment, but is a little bit all over the place, don't know what doing in life, lost, and becomes more further away from them real selves, from their soul, who they really are. And then one day you decide that, and this is how I decided that one day I wasn't being the true person that I know that I can be, and I knew that my life meant more. Yes, I went through the society belief system of getting married, but some of it was abusive. I've had abusive boyfriends in the past, and I started to get into this negativity self, very depressive, suicidal, emotional, and this person over here. And I stopped being myself, my soul self. When we say self, this is what we talk about is soul, and our true authentic self is soul. So we get into this and we're all over the place and we don't really know what's happening until one day you decide that you want to stop being this person over here, and your guides will come in and start bringing in stuff. Basically, I said to myself, I'm not being myself. I know I'm not. I know I'm more than this. I know there's more to life. Left my ex-husband, and all of a sudden I got into doing angel stuff at the library. They don't do it anymore, but and doing and looking at angels, looking at learning. And while I was with him, I started my path of Reiki, but it all came up because I wasn't very well. I knew I wasn't really myself, and this path came open to me. So basically, when you go off and do self-discovery, because that's what it's called, discovery of self, is you guys are put in place where you can connect. So your human and soul connects together. So basically meditation, yoga, connecting with crystals, doing qigong, doing small body qigong, doing gong baths, drumming. That's your soul going, hey, I'm over here, I am waiting for you. to kick ass with this, so you can start being yourself again, so you can start being me again. So basically what happens is you're going off, you're doing a mindful meditation and you connect and you start being true self. Then all of a sudden, human life comes back, human life carries on, you disconnect from self and you start being this person again. Going crazy, going back into your old patterns, your old belief system. And then eventually you'll go to a festival and you'll go and do loads of things that bring you back into this space, into this person over here. And then you reconnect to your soul again. And then all of a sudden, life comes back. The human body is like a robot because it's learned all these traits. So you split up again and your body's learned all these traits and it's learned all this stuff. And you can't think, why is it when I do crystal healing on myself? Or why is it when I go into meditation, I'm this person, this spirit? This is your spiritual practice. This is spirit, your spiritual alignment to self. That's what spirituality means, is this hand right here is your spirituality, your spirit, your person, your soul, your spiritual path. Not what happens, what's going off up there, what's going off down here. That's looking outside yourself. We're bringing you back to you being here in your present moment of self. That's what being in present moment is so you're not being distracted and going outside yourself, that you're still being in this person, in this place. So then what happens is you have all these emotions still, you have all this overthinking and all this negative energy still. So then your spirit guides will come into alignment with you, start putting you on a path so you can work on your human self. So you can work on your human spirit, basically. So you can work on your human body. So you can go out and you can go and find this person again that's over here, that's waiting for you, that just wants to come in and be monastically you. So you don't have this anymore. This is gone. And you're just being that constantly every single day, because this is just trauma. It's not your real self. It's not your true self. It's just something that's got missed habit on your path, because you've built yourself up to be this person. You've built your emotions yourself, because that's what we're here to believe and program to. This is just a version of you, but it's not your true self. To me, it's not really a human experience either. This is just something that's been built, that's just been brought up. This is for your logical brain to understand, and your psychology brain to understand, so you get a spiritual path, so you know what being spiritual is. And yes, it's not all roses while you go through, because the more you take away from trauma and you learn that your behaviors of how you are as a person that you've brought up yourself, when you take a piece of trauma away and you go and cure that trauma and you've cured it, and you don't need to heal that side of you because it's cured, because you're going in a healing process, but you don't need to keep saying healing, because the more you keep saying I'm going to heal myself, I'm healing myself, the longer you stay in that process. When you change it to cured, you actually go and find things that's going to cure your process. You might come into alignment of meeting me one day and I'll do healing on you. You might come into alignment of meeting a person that's going to help you on your path and teach you things for you to then take home and actually do. But then this gets in the way, because it gets scared, because you're breaking away from your old patterns and your old belief system. So this person over here is scared about it, like really scared, and then you stop being this person and you carry on being this because you're used to it. And you have to tell yourself, I've got used to being this, but it doesn't mean that I have to carry on being this just because I'm used to it. I have to go into the unknown to see myself for who I am properly, because if I don't, then I'm going to be miserable, and then I'm going to have to come back when I pass over to do this process again. And that's the thing. A lot of people of us are going to pass over and we're going to be saying, see you later. See you later. I'm going back as myself. And it's a lot easier to go back as self rather than still keep being this person over here. That's basically a spiritual journey. And that's basically what you're doing. So when someone talks about involvement and inner work, the inner work that you're supposed to be doing is just concentrating on this. writing down in a journal my feelings, what is it that I feel, doing psychology on myself and saying, I don't need to act like this today because it's not really appropriate. It's not helping me in my growth that I act in this certain way because, and it's basically your soul talking to, it's basically yourself talking to a human as a parent, and reversing. So doing psychology on yourself, basically, you're just reversing what it is that you think and feel, because negative emotions is overthinking. It's an overthinking process with the negative emotions. And you're basically trying to reteach this self to be this self. So you stay connected for eternity and not move away from yourself again, because you don't need to. And we are allowed to be on this planet happy and free spirited and be ourselves. We're allowed to. We're just not told that, but we are allowed to. And we can be whoever we want to be within reason, because we're not bad people, we're not bad at all. But when you get onto self-happiness as well, this will start loving itself a bit more. So even though you're cutting away these emotions and bad habits and patterns and your trauma, the more you cut away, patch it up with love, patch it up with happiness, find what your self-love, what your body wants with self-love, because this is body, this is spirit, this is your physical body. The physical body is going through the emotions, going through the trauma, not so much soul. She's done a lot of life paths, the soul. And the body is remembering things. And then when you took away some of this trauma, then your body remembers what it's supposed to do on this planet. And your body remembers how it's supposed to act on this planet. So when you get rid of this, you do start becoming more of yourself. But it's just knowing what to do, what to write, and doing mindfulness courses so you can live in the present moment yourself. Meditate every day and do yoga so you can be your true self. Grind back to body so you can feel your body, feel the movement in the body, do body shake it to get rid of negative energy, because it's not always about talking to yourself. Sometimes you need to shake off negative energy so your energy field is clean and clear as well. And yeah, the more you move away from trauma, you're not moving away from your physical body, you're moving away from the trauma that your body has picked up. That's inner work, that's evolvement. You are evolving from your human self and your personality. That's true evolvement on planet Earth. Is just, and yeah, you're cutting a version of yourself, but you can love that self as well. You can show that self-love and transmute those negative emotions into happiness and love, because that's all that's needed sometimes. It's just a bit of a hug to your human body and saying, I love you, I think you're great, I think you're the most amazing person on this planet. And it's about being compassionate and putting compassion back in and being compassionate to yourself. That's how you get positive. It's not always about positivity. It's very hard to learn, but compassion is a lot easier to learn and a lot easier to do. And it's about saying compassionate words to yourself, and that transmutes negative energy straight away. So sometimes it's about coming into being, I guess, coming into a new being of a version of yourself. And yeah, and I hope that I've said enough, I've explained it, that soul is just reconnecting to you, your natural self. So when you go off and do a crystal healing or meditation or yoga, yourself or gong bath or anything like that that's to do with spirituality, yes, it's spiritual, but it's about your soul's connecting to you. Your soul is connecting to you and saying, this is your true self, this is your real person, but this is in the way of me being this. This over here, or this trauma or this emotions will slowly drift off. And as they do, then you're this. But the more that this comes back, because you're not really working on this, that's when you start being attitudey. That's when some humans are negativity, because they're over here, they're still doing this. They've not even got into this process yet, some of them, because they've not even thought to themselves that they're being negative or they're being narcissistic, because that's not a soulful person, because they've said they think that that is the true self or form to them. It's not really, but that's their path. And then when they reincarnate, they probably come into this path and hopefully see this video and understand it, that we're all supposed to be over here and not over here. But when this starts reconnecting, you'll learn new things with your body. You will learn new things with your body. So then your body will start giving you answers to how your body wants to live on this planet. Your body doesn't want to be an emotional wreck forever. Your body wants to be happy. Your body wants to feel enjoyment. And the more you go on that process, then you will start to see spiritual things as well. Your soul will show you things that are spiritual. You might become a healer like me. You don't have to. This is your journey. You don't have to do any spiritual job that you don't want to. It's just that some of us choose to, because it can help people open up and say, hey, what you're doing, this isn't you, but this is you and this is me. So I hope that people can understand it a lot better. Me saying this, but you're over here. But when you do the inner work and start looking at behavioural patterns that you do that's not normal to you, and then you start questioning those patterns that your body is reacting to, that what you're overthinking to, that's the inner work. That's what you should be concentrating on, is what are you doing humanly? What are you doing humanly that's not aligning to this planet, that's not connecting to your spirit? That's evolvement work. So hopefully this helps people to understand their journey a lot better and to understand an actual spiritual thing, because it's not about going crazy and looking at galactics and going off in skyplane all the time. It's not that. It is just literally doing your inner work and staying true to yourself and being your highest, purest self the best that you can, and just giving back to nature and giving back to Earth, because we are destroying this planet by us being over here and not over here. And we're here to fix the planet, not so much the people. Well, some people do need fixing because they're over here too much and not over here. And that's what's wrong with the planet. There's nothing actually wrong energetically. There's nothing really wrong with the planet that much, because some of us, like me and other people, have come down, and that's my soul contract, is just to look after this planet and this earth, and that's it. And we are, and there's actually not much wrong with Earth itself. It's the people that's on it, because they're in this too much and they're destroying the planet. That's what's wrong with it. That's what's wrong with the people. It's people. So yeah, so I hope people understand this process journey better and take care, and yeah, have a good day. Bye.